Well, I have to tell you, the only thing I'm not going to go through a bunch of stories because a lot of it is inside and all, and I don't want to subject you to an evening of that. Although I do remember, Vern did say about homecoming decorations. We had one year the worst looking homecoming decorations in the history of homecoming decorations. It was like a Winston cigarette package, and a guy by the name of Jim Downey was in charge, and he was pretty proud. And it was just a pathetic looking thing. And so at the game, when they announced the winners, they announced the stories, and they announced fraternities, and third, second, I don't know. I think everybody couldn't decide whether it was going to be the SIGTAs or the SIGEPs who were going to win, and it was that close. And one of them ended up second, so everybody kind of knew who the winner was. And then AKL was announced as the winner. And there was absolutely dead silence. Now, my friend John Staten, you may or may not remember, but on the student council that year, we had a student council, and there were only 12 members, and 4 were AKLs. Staten, Don Wilhelm, Dick McCall, and myself. Now, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't get it because I had just, I had the pledge of fraternity. And then I pledged my sophomore year, and I was still kind of learning. And so I found out later that Joe Camden, who did all of our groceries for the house, was one of the judges. And then one of the other guys in the house's aunt was another judge. Because the student council, state and crew, picked the judges that year. So it was nicely done. Let me just say to you, because I really don't want to get into open mic night or anything, but I like Bob and extraordinarily proud, particularly tonight, to be an AKL. Not just because of the guys I've seen, some I haven't seen literally for 40 years plus, but because of the young men tonight who are AKLs in this room. That really makes me proud, because I've met them, I've talked to them, I know what quality people they are. I was talking to one of the newer ones, and I just asked why he was interested in AKL, why he pledged. I said, did you see the other fraternities? And he said, yes. And he said to me, they were like stereotypes of fraternities. And AKL seemed to be the real thing. And I got to thinking about it, and the two things that come to my mind, I think it started in '49, and I think people like Bob and all of the early pledge classes, and then all the way up through to the later pledge classes, I think there were two things that were constants, and I bet they're constant today in this class. And that was respect for each other's talents. They weren't all athletes in our house, Lord knows. I mean, you heard that from the backstroker guy. They weren't all great scholars. We had people who were hellishly good scholars, thank God, because they kept us going on the scholarship, but they were bright, bright people. I could start naming names in my class, but that's not fair because they were in all the classes. And then we had people who were good athletes, or guys who would give up a tooth or a broken arm in intramurals because we were going to win the intramural trophy that year. We had guys who were debating, who were in theater. We had music majors who were just enormously talented. You don't think so? Well, the Sweetheart song was written by a Lambda guy. And those are the kinds of people we had. And the thing that always struck me was that while, you know, a fraternity, anything goes. I mean, you know, if you make a mistake, you're going to get it because everybody around you is going to hop on and have fun with it. But the truth was that no one had anything but respect. And those who weren't as good a scholar really admired the guys that were. And the guys that were really good about helping those that weren't. And those who were great in music, we really appreciated when it came time to win the singing bee. And those who went on, and we've got a couple I see here that were student council presidents, were representing the whole fraternity to the whole student body and saying, this is the kind of people we have. They're really extraordinary. And that's what started to set us apart, because the others did. You could see them coming and knew who they were and what group they were in, because they always wanted to attract the same. And so I think underpinning was that respect for each other, that diversity of talent, personality, and background, small town and large town, was all an asset and made each of us better by being part of the whole. With that was a second piece. And that was, even though people would pick on you unmercifully, or they would pick on whomever you were dating at the time. And I wish Satch was here, Sam, so we could reminisce with some of his choices in dating. When you needed something, when you needed the ride, maybe something that simple. When you needed help in a class, when you just needed somebody to be there. And let me tell you, I know this personally, because I had some really difficult financial challenges, and unbeknownst to me, some of my brothers went to the board and asked them to let me kind of keep a tab so that I could go ahead and finish out, and then when I got a job, I could pay it back. I didn't ask for it. My brothers asked for it on my behalf. So I'm telling you, the real simple, basic, at the end of the day, and the reason so many of these guys came back, and we've had so much fun, and we've had a good time, but a really important time, is because there was never a loss of respect, and there will never be a lack of support, because we were brothers of AKL. It just didn't get any better.